No matter how much time goes by, certain Hollywood storylines never seem to end. And here we are once more. At last, Hailey Bieber expressed her opinions about the constant parallels between Selena Gomez and herself. She talked honestly this time. She stated, "I don't feel competitive with people that I'm not inspired by." The internet was immediately buzzing after that brief statement. Years have passed since Selena's ordeal began. Even after Justin Bieber and Hailey initially made news, many are still unable to let go. Their names occasionally reappear in popular subjects as though nothing has changed since. 2013. Hailey has now disclosed how draining it has been to be continuously evaluated against Selena, with whom she claims to have no problems at all. Comparing them has become practically a hobby for fans. People analyze everything, including their appearance, attire, interviews, and even the tiniest movements, from outlandish ideas to endless TikTok videos. Some even go so far as to examine their movements, smiles, and speech patterns in order to demonstrate a fictitious rivalry. Furthermore, the comparisons continue even when both women have advanced in their lives. Benny Blanco, music producer, and Selena Gomez are currently wed. She suddenly appears content after years of difficult romances and heartbreaks. They reportedly wed in Santa Barbara in front of close friends and family in a small private ceremony. However, as soon as pictures surfaced, people began accusing her of emulating Hailey and Justin's 2018 nuptials. Selena appears to be unable to make any decisions in life without the internet linking them to her previous relationship. Hailey, meanwhile, is preoccupied with her own world. She spends time with her family, runs her skincare brand Rhode, and raises her son Jack Blue alongside Justin. She has put serenity, family, and her job above the drama of her early 20s, even though neither lady contributes to the story. People continue to compare her to Selena despite how much she develops. Selena and Hailey have both stated time and time again that there is no enmity between them. Do you recall that widely shared picture of the two of them at the Academy Museum Gala? To demonstrate to the public that there was no conflict, they posed together while grinning. However, it was rejected by the internet. The image was criticized by fans, who said it was forced, and they came up with further theories. Major retailers like Sephora carry their cosmetics brands. Rhode and Rare Cosmetics. Fans keep comparing which products are better, whose packaging is more attractive, and who is earning more money rather than acknowledging their own accomplishments. It seems that two women can achieve success at the same time thanks to the internet. In a recent Wall Street Journal interview, Hailey talked candidly about this. She acknowledged how exhausting it is to continually be compared to other people, particularly when she never requested that attention. "I didn't ask for that," she remarked. Simple words, but they carry a lot of weight. Both women appear to seek peace, despite the public's promotion of this competition narrative. They've moved on. They are flourishing and have demonstrated that there is no animosity amongst them. Let's be honest, though. Peace hardly ever makes headlines. Drama does. Hailey continued by describing how annoying it is to always be misinterpreted. Being placed against other people is usually annoying. She continued, "When people want to see you a certain way and they've made up a story about you in their minds, it's not up to you to change that." Her irritation is audible. Imagine waking up every day to hear rumors about your business, marriage, or a conflict with a respected person. Nobody finds that easy. The talk eventually goes too far and begins to resemble harassment. Hailey appears to be totally over it. She is no longer attempting to control public opinion or defend herself. Rather, she is opting to concentrate on her life, her family, and her career. She also offered a straightforward yet impactful viewpoint. "I believe there is room for everyone. Women shouldn't have to compete in order to amuse an audience. There is ample opportunity for success." However, the comment that grabbed news once more followed. "People that don't inspire me don't make me feel competitive." That one sentence went viral on social media. For some, it was a proclamation of competence. Some interpreted it as a subliminal barb against Selena. Debates, responses, and memes flooded the comment sections. Fans debated if Hailey was being sardonic or just being truthful. However, if you pay close attention, it sounds more like she's drawing a line. She claims that if she doesn't feel inspired or connected, she has no interest in competing. Perhaps it wasn't directed specifically at anyone. Maybe it was just her way of expressing that she is done making comparisons and is concentrating on her own path. Calm explanations are still unpopular on the internet. It feeds on drama and conjecture. Her remarks consequently became a popular topic once more, perpetuating the cycle. Selena and Hailey seem to be thriving in their respective environments. While Hailey grows her business and concentrates on her family, Selena keeps developing her acting and music careers. However, some followers refuse to acknowledge that the love triangle is over and continue to delve into the past. Hailey now appears to prioritize harmony above rumors. You can see that she has grown up and realized that self-respect and quiet often speak louder than pandemonium on the internet. She has had a solid support network throughout it all, starting with her husband Justin Bieber. By her side, it's evident that she's developed into a self-aware individual who establishes boundaries and refuses to let constant comparisons control her life. Even though the internet is constantly attempting to create drama, she is prioritizing her family, her career, and her tranquility over popular approbation. Hailey also talked about how much Justin helps her in all aspects of her life, particularly with her skincare line. "I test them on my husband," she said, laughing as she acknowledged her product obsession. "I use my pals to test them. I have an obsession with products." Imagine one of the biggest music artists in the world, Justin Bieber, sitting in their kitchen with moisturizer all over his face, while Hailey says, "Does this feel too sticky or just right?" It's a lovely, ordinary moment. In their own house, two people are having fun and supporting one another. Then an unforeseen event occurred. Even Selena Gomez, who many thought would stay far away, made a little but significant gesture. Selena enjoyed the announcement post when Rhode debuted in Sephora locations earlier this year. Even though it was just a single click, the internet responded as if it were a huge event. Selena's like felt like a subtle show of solidarity after years of fans attempting to set them against one another. She didn't end there. Selena posted a motivational message on her Instagram story shortly after. "You are important. Your voice counts. Your heart is important. You are far more valuable than you realize. You know who you are, and I'm cheering you on," she wrote in the post. Fans thought it was aimed at Hailey right away. Whether that is true or not, the gesture was, in a sense, gentle, sincere, mature, serene, and elegant. Seldom does the internet world observe. It was evident at that point that these ladies were tired of being portrayed as competitors. Maybe they've both come to the conclusion that turmoil from a love story that ended years ago is pointless. Hailey is a mother, Selena is now married, and Justin is preoccupied with his family. The internet keeps returning to earlier episodes even though everyone has moved on. To those who haven't followed the tale, it has been dragging on for more than 10 years. Looking back at how it all started is helpful. Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber were the most popular young couple in Hollywood. At the beginning of the 2010s, they were incredibly in love, gifted, and well-known. Every picture shoot, performance, and red carpet appearance turned into a cultural phenomenon, and fans dubbed them Jelena. However, things weren't ideal underneath the image of a fairy tale. There were many ups and downs in their relationship. Fans made timelines to keep track of their many breakups and reconciliations. Every separation featured heartfelt lyrics, mysterious social media messages, and public anguish that was magnified by the media during one of these pauses. Hailey Baldwin began to show up more frequently in Justin's life. She was well known at the time as a model and the daughter of actor Stephen Baldwin. Through shared friends like Kendall and Kylie Jenner, she frequently encountered Justin, whom she had idolized for years. Their friendship grew stronger over time, and it quickly became obvious that they were serious. People initially believed it to be merely a friendship, but when they made it public, there was a strong online backlash. Fans of Jelena believed that Hailey had taken Selena's place. Relationships end naturally, but many people didn't accept it and searched for someone to blame. Hailey was discussing Justin and Selena's relationship in old posts from her adolescent years. She had been visualizing him for years, according to fans who called her obsessed. The crucial moment then arrived. In 2018, a few months after his last split from Selena, Justin asked her to marry him. People were taken aback by the time. Many claimed Hailey had stolen him or accused him of rebounding. The internet's infatuation with their purported rivalry only increased once they got married later that year. From that moment on, everything was compared to Selena, regardless of what Hailey did. People claimed she was imitating Selena whenever she dressed a certain way. Fans demanded that Selena launch a product before anyone else. Even seemingly little actions, such as her tone during interviews or her facial expressions, served as the basis for several TikTok speculations. It became very uncontrollable. Selena was scrutinized in the same way. Every story or video she published about rare beauty was taken as a jab at Hailey. Fan fights raged all the time. People refused to believe the two women's repeated claims that there was no problem between them. Peace was not what they wanted. Drama was what they desired. Hailey's latest remarks felt different because of this. It wasn't petty when she stated that she doesn't feel competitive with those who don't inspire her and that she isn't competing with anyone. It sounded like someone who had given up on attempting to explain herself. She acknowledges that she has no control over people's opinions and that they will always exist. Instead of adding fuel to the fire, Selena's gracious response demonstrates that both women have moved past the turmoil. It is almost poetry. What started out as a tumultuous, well-reported love triangle has evolved into a tale of two women deciding on peace and maturity. Neither must demonstrate their superiority or win anything. Both of them have advanced, discovered contentment on their own terms, and stopped allowing the internet to control their lives. Perhaps that is the true triumph. It was the decision to leave a game that was never worth the effort. Not the celebrity, not the beauty lines, not the incessant comparisons. Selena and Hailey appear to have realized that their happiness is independent of other people's approval. And to be honest, that could be the story's most meaningful conclusion.